Like a pass.
Okay, so we have learned synthetic division. We've learned synthetic substitution. Okay. Up until now, when we do synthetic division, up till now, when we do synthetic division, see if I can get a good one here. For instance, let's say that we have x to the third plus 6x squared plus x minus 30 divided by x plus 5. Okay, so let's do that. Bless you. Okay, what are we going to put in the little corner?
5.
Negative 5.
Oh,
Negative
we're not
5.
doing the
This is division. Doesn't substitution says evaluate. This is division. When it's division, we have to take the opposite. Okay, so we have 1, 6, 1, negative 30. Okay, when it's division, you take the opposite. Okay, all right, bring down the 1, multiply, and then we add, and we multiply, and we add, and we multiply, and we add. Okay. So what is the answer to this division problem? What is it, TJ?
X squared plus x.
Oh, yeah.
4.
Good.
Substitution.
Right? There's a difference, right? Substitution. Okay, everybody listen. Substitution says we're evaluating it. We're looking for the answer when x equals a certain number, right? So if this was evaluating, if I said to evaluate when x equals negative 5, then that would be your answer. Okay, but this is not evaluate, this is divide. We are dividing. Okay, everybody recognize that? Okay, so what we've been doing so far, this is really not the correct way to represent your answer. We've been just kind of doing that for now until we got the hang of it. But now we're going to learn how to represent that answer the correct way. All right? So let's just take a little sidestep and let's go back to actual numbers that we learned in elementary school. So let's say that we have 7 divided by 2. What does 7 divided by 2 equal?
3.5.
3.5. Can you say that as a fraction? 3 1/2. Okay. So I know that 2 goes into 7 3.5 times because 2 times 3 is 6, right? And then I have a remainder of 1. So 6, and if I add 1, I get 7. Okay. You all remember that from elementary school? Okay. How about 23 divided, no, let me make it easier. Yeah, no, that's good. 23 divided by 5. What does that equal?
4 3/5.
4 3/5. Where'd that 3 come from?
Goes in 4 times, and then the next one is 25, so you just have 23.
So 5 times 4 is 20, right? And what's left over? 3. That's my remainder, right? 5 goes into 23 4 times with 3 left over. Okay, how about this one? Let's do, Asen, you stay quiet this time. We're going to do 17 divided by 3. 17 divided by 3. Anna, how many times does 3 go into 17? 5 times. Does it go evenly 5 times?
No.
So what's left over?
2, sorry.
2. So how would we, Halston, represent that if I got a remainder of 2? How do I put that as a fraction?
Would it be 5 and 2/5?
5 and 2
Thirds.
thirds.
Yeah.
Yes, 2 thirds.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What we're doing, right? We're representing our answer using a fraction. I've been avoiding the terminology because sometimes we get so hung up on the terminology that we can't pay attention to what's actually happening. But this is terminology that you learned in elementary school. This number that we're dividing by, does anyone remember what that's called? The divisor. Remember that? Okay, that's called the divisor. What's the answer to the division problem called? The quotient, right. This is called the quotient. When we divide, we get a quotient as an answer, and we represent the remainder. We put the remainder, we do that as r of x, over the divisor. Okay? Now, in math, for some reason, we like to make things very complicated looking. Okay? And this is what we're doing. We're getting the quotient, the answer, plus we're adding the remainder over the divisor. Okay? The reason I show you this is that every once in a while, I see a question like this on an SAT where it will ask you to divide your polynomial, but then it will tell you to put your answer in this form. And that's very confusing. Most, I would say 9 out of 10 students look at that and they're like, I haven't the slightest idea what I'm being asked to do. But you do actually know how to do this. This is just division, but representing your answer as a fraction. So if I use that same pattern, okay, let me go back and actually, I'm going to leave that up there so you can see it. Let's rewrite my answer. So I've got x squared plus x minus 4 plus, now what's my remainder? Everybody look up here. What's my remainder?
-10.
Negative 10 is right there, guys. Wake up. It's negative 10. What's my divisor? What am I dividing by? What's my divisor? Yeah? What am I dividing by? Go ahead, say it. What am I dividing by? That's my divisor. So it's going to be over x plus 5. That's my answer put in this form. So instead of saying r parentheses, whatever the remainder is, we do plus, we put the remainder over the divisor. Yes.
Why can't I just leave out the remainder?
Because it's not a polynomial. This is not correct notation. Your answer, we're dividing a polynomial, right? Your answer should be a polynomial. And if I simply have r like that, it's not. In fact, that r is very deceiving. Remember when we talked about functions like f of x equals 2x? It's the same thing as y, right? This is a notation for a function. Well, if you have r of negative 10, that looks like r is a function. That's the math notation. R of negative 10 means, okay, r, I'm going to substitute negative 10 into the r of x equation. That's what that means. And that's not what we're doing. So this is a improper notation because it implies something else. But we've been using it temporarily because I felt like if I taught you this right away, you would have all walked out of here. Because you're like, what? Right? That's what you would have been saying. Jaden would have been pounding his head against the desk. RJ would have been screaming. Anna would have been crying. So it would have been a bad scene. Mark would have been asleep. It would have been bad. Okay, let's look at another one. Okay, let's look at, we're going to do 4x to the fourth minus 18x to the third minus 6x squared minus 23x plus 5 divided by x minus 5. So first off, what's the divisor here? X minus 5. Good. That's our divisor right there. Okay. Okay. What do we put in the corner? Jackson, what goes in the corner? Positive 5. Yeah. Positive 5. Good. Okay. Asen, what numbers go across the top?
4, negative 18, negative 6, negative 23.
There you go. Excellent. Allie, what's the first thing I need to do here? Besides fall to our knees and pray. And that was a joke, guys. What do we do? No, not yet. Gianna, what do I do?
Bring down the 4.
Bring down the 4. Good. Bring down the 4. Okay. Okay. Mary, what now?
Multiply the 5 by 4.
Look at you. You just have this confident look on your face today. You're like, I get this. Let's do it. All right. What now? Drew, what now?
Add them together and get 2.
Yeah. Add them together and get 2. Dominic, what now?
You gotta multiply, so it's 10.
There you go. 5 times 2 is 10. TJ, then what?
You add them, so you get 4.
Good. Okay. Jaden, what now? Yes, you do. That's too easy. There you go. Don't tell me you don't know. You know. You're a smart guy. Okay. Austin, what now?
And then negative 20 is -3.
-3. Good. Mark, what now?
Negative 15.
Well, how'd you get -15?
Because 5 times
5 times -3. Good. -15.
I thought, but like, never mind.
I'm just confused how you got the 20.
Which 20? This one right here?
5 times 4.
5 times 4. Okay. And we're going to add them, and we get -10. Of course, we're not finished, right? Because this is division, so our answer has to be in some sort of polynomial. Yes, 4x to the third. Okay, so notice, let me just remind you, right? We started off to the 4th power. So when we divide using synthetic division, our answer is going to be to the 3rd power. We go 1 less. It's always 1 less than we started with. And now we start with 3. We're just going to keep going down. The next one's going to be x to the 2nd. And the next one will be x to the 1st. And then the next one, there's no x left. So it's just -3. And then we're going to do plus. This is our remainder. So it's going to be -10 over what? X minus 5. That's our answer. Okay? What do you think? Yes, Mark.
So I put the 4x to the first. You have to put that one up top.
No, you don't.
4x.
You can just put 4x. Yep. Yes, Gianna? Okay. All right. Other questions? Other questions? Okay, I'm going to have you do one yourself. We're going to have a quiz today. So you're going to do one by yourself, and then we're going to do the quiz. Okay.
How many questions on this?
Five questions on the quiz.
Mark for the spat.
Yo,
Can we just take a quiz now?
yeah.
I want to make sure everybody's okay.
Like, it's fresh in my brain.
I know, it'll be fresh in your brain because you're doing this. 11x to the third minus 25x squared plus 17x minus 30 divided by x minus 2. Okay, you're going to do this one yourself. Do this one yourself. I love hearing you guys talk about it. I'm glad. All right, so we're taking the opposite. So make sure you put a positive 2 in the corner. 11, negative 25, 17, negative 30. Okay, so we bring down the 11. 2 times 11 is 22. And then we add, so we get negative 3. And we multiply, and we get negative 6. And we add and get 11. And we multiply and get 22. And we add and get negative 8. Now, our answer, we always go one less than we started with. So this is 11x to the second minus 3x to the first. There's no more x's, so this is plus 11. This is what's called our constant. Plus 11 plus, or you can do minus, so plus negative 8 over x minus 2. That's our answer. Yes.
Okay. Negative 8.
Do you not write what? No. Nope. Has to be written like this as a fraction. Okay? It has, listen, on this quiz, your answer must be written as a fraction. Okay? Your remainder must be written as a fraction. Okay? Put your books away. Yes, sir. Yes. Books away. No. Yes. So, okay, listen, this was a good question. Gianna said, does it matter if I put plus or minus? So I can either put plus negative 8 over, or I can do minus 8 over. Okay? Either one. But you can't do minus negative 8. Because that's minus a negative is a positive. Okay. Okay. Everybody's books are away? I will leave this problem up on the screen for 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Does it negative 8? Does it matter? Is it always going to be plus?
Eagles, 5, 5.
Yeah, you just get back to the quiz already.